I am muted. I apologize. Wow. 2 minutes of me talking to myself. Normally I'm better at that. Or I have tried to be better at that. Just wow. How's everyone's Wednesday? It wouldn't be a stream with me if I didn't have something technical happen. Yours been really crappy? I'm sorry it's been crappy. It's been actually a pretty decent day. I'm tired as all get out, but I want that there. And when that's built, I'll take that. I may take that piece out. I may not. Who knows? I'm trying to think what I was going to do with that. So that only kind of worked. I'm sorry your day's been crappy though. So I'll just go ahead and get this sucker going along here. I have no idea what we're doing other than trying to get my colonists, who I almost killed everyone last week, get them to not be dead. I need to make sure everyone is still in bed. Oh, Jish is fully healed. Awesome. Grump. Oh. I'm such an idiot. Starvation. The reason why they don't have food is, yeah, Tizana is laid up. So it's midweek. We're almost through the weekend. Anyone have big plans? Okay. Wildlife who need to be hunted. Okay, cool. What did they do with the dead bodies? Did they pick them up? And who's my entertainer? Anna. Awesome. We want to sell stuff. Oh, they're not going to be able to buy much. Oh, they were guests. That's why. Okay. But they're not going to be able to buy much. Anything crap. So we don't want crap. I have no idea. I'm just selling stuff. You and you. Useless? Yeah, I know. Planning on it. Anything that is below 50%. Okay, that looks like that's it. I need cloth. Flake. We'll sell the flake. And instantly... No. You can sell that much. That is not helpful. Okay. But... Alright. So... Trish, what are you doing? Oh. A housekeeper cat's gonna come get it. Awesome! Okay. So, yeah. Jish. Is a hunter. Trying to think. Oh. Jish needs to stop working is what he needs to do. Oh, so I'll repeat it at the end, but just a heads up, I won't be streaming tomorrow. I know it's on my calendar that it's probably on my calendar that I will be on Facebook, but I'm not. I'm taking the day off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, just be hanging out here, letting them do their thing. Yay. Who's starving? Jish and Grump. Well, I can make Bryn do that. But Jish, you gotta feed yourself, man. Who's my other doctor? Because they're supposed to actually be Miko. Oh no. Well, that's supposed to say. Who's my other cook? I gotta have another one. Oh. I'll get Miko to do it while Tizana's healing up. She should be healing up soon. Excuse me. Oh, Dylan needs a ranged weapon. Okay. Well, I can't fix your sleeping alone bit there. Visitors! Yay. We love having visitors. Especially visitors who are nice and who are helpful. Okay, what is Jish doing? Because apparently he... No. Jish. Jish. Give him more recreation time. And at some point I need to actually set up the hospital where people will be happy with it. Okay, so has everyone seen the new Spider-Man trailer? Something nerdy to talk about tonight. I did. And it looks good. I was talking with a friend about it. It looks good. Spider-Man's not my kind of... It's not someone I'm into as far as heroes goes. Not one of my favorites. Nothing particularly wrong with him. This will date me. Tobey Maguire was my first Spider-Man, so I'm not a big Tobey Maguire fan. Which kind of ruined Spider-Man to a certain extent. I didn't really care for... Those movies came out while I think I was in high school. Didn't really have any other background. Dealing with the character too much. And I know, unpopular opinion, but it's mine. And it's something I can talk about. Because I'm like, I'm micromanaging RimWorld. Who is starving? Grump? Oh. Bryn just fed him, so. No longer starving. So, yeah. Spider-Man. I actually really like Andrew Garfield. And, Andrew Garfield. And I think Tom Holland. I don't mind Tom Holland. Tom Holland has done a really good job. But I'm not as excited about this movie as I am about some of the others that are coming out. Just because I'm not a Spider-Man fan. Like, it's all good. But... And what Marvel, the MCU has done with it has been pretty good. It's not my top favorite stuff. So, I'm really looking forward to the Eternals. Because in part it's something different, it's something new. Spider-Man is Spider-Man is Spider-Man. It doesn't really change a whole lot. Even when Marvel / the MCU / whatever gets their hands on it, he's still Spider-Man. And in some ways I absolutely love Tom Holland. But welcome back. I'm just getting on my soapbox about Spider-Man. Yay, everyone's fully healed. Even the bad guy is fully healed. That is awesome. Let's see. Prisoner. I hadn't really gone into it too much other than the fact that I'm not a Tobey Maguire fan. I like Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland. It's okay. I was discussing how I'm looking forward to the Eternals more because it's something different. I think I want... Yeah, let's just do that. Because it's something different. You see a Spider-Man movie, any Spider-Man movie, and you've seen pretty much them all. If you've seen any MCU movie, you have seen Spider-Man. You've seen them all. That's my opinion. I have very strong opinions about Tony Stark's sidekick. That's my, very strong opinions about that. But the Eternals is something completely new. I know nothing of the comic books at all, where everyone knows everything about Spider-Man, especially the people in my life, because they're big fans of him. I don't know much about the Eternals, and I can only count on maybe one hand, maybe a finger or two of people who actually know anything about the Eternals. So it's kind of a nice change of pace. Same thing for Shang-Chi. I know nothing about it. Looks like, I will keep those opinions to myself. But it looks like it's going to be a good movie. That's what I'll say about that. It looks like it'll be a good movie. Trying not to get myself into trouble here. I'll be less disappointed than others. Disappointed about which one? Spider-Man or Eternals? I'm usually way less disappointed about a movie because I know nothing about the comic books. And even if I do, I can still most of the time put it to the side. All of the above. Yeah. For the most part, I can put it to the side. The only comic book 2 movie that I was kind of disappointed with, but I absolutely still loved, was Wonder Woman. Could you hide the last XYZ bubbles on top? They're covering the meeples. Hide XYZ bubbles on top. No, not easily. I will. Crap. That's not nice. Yeah, not easily. They're part of my overlay. Are they actually cut? It's hard for me to see. Oh, they are. They are hiding the names. Crud. It's set up for Sims. It works really well for Sims. Not so well for, apparently this. Sims and Stardew. That will bug me now. But yeah, as far as, disappointment, I'm very, very, very little disappointed with a, why are you acting like I, triple click you? We'll see. I'm hoping I can hide it as a group, and then we'll just take care of it. While that's loading. The only one that I was a little more... Oh, cool. Disappointed with was Wonder Woman. And it was not because I disliked it. I actually loved the movie. It's one of my favorites. I think they did a really good job. And no, I have not seen 1984, so no spoilers from anyone who has. No. I'm gonna say no for tonight. I apologize that you can't see the names, but I will take care of that for next stream. Next RimWorld stream. It's gonna be a little bit more complicated than just shutting off a group. So yes, no, I have not seen How Goes My Machine Shop. I don't have a machine shop. I have an art bench, a stonecutter's table, and a research bench. Who is starving? No one in this... Jish? Oh, you're sleeping. Why? Go get some food, you weirdo. You know, there's totally wildlife to hunt. Why is no one hunting? Anyways. Oh, cool. That's done. How's Jish actually doing this? The reason why he's recreating is because he... Okay, he is cool. Let's get him off the recreation. You can work like everyone else. Okay. So... I don't know what you're talking about as far as a machine shop. I don't have a machine shop. But the hospital is done. Like the flooring, sterile floors are done. Someone wants a party. Cool. That they should all like pop up there. Um, and that was because I was disappointed with the route that they took for the end. Or for who Diana is. Cool. Family is going to be part of this thing. I had read, because I'm a total nerd for, so I like tabletop RPGs. And we were getting our group back together to do and meet some masterminds, DC edition basically. So I ended up being put as I was given the role of Wonder Woman, and so I role played as her and trying to understand who she was because I don't read comic books. I hadn't at that point, and knew very little about DC heroes except Batman and Superman, because they're everywhere. Kind of like Spider-Man. They're everywhere. Um, and so, um, do my research, I had to kind of find things that would be good. So I watched the cartoons first, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And that gave me some ideas. And then I didn't want to watch, there's a 70s show in Full Circle. Yes, I am talking about a thing. I'm on my soapbox. Sort of. I'm trying to give some background. Okay. Not everyone knows me. And we, JB, that's someone's name. JB. So I read, I ended up reading a bunch of comic books, like all of them, from the 1987s all the way to 2006 of Wonder Woman. Just completely and totally Wonder Woman. But I knew her origin for that era. And I've also read some New 52 comics, so I knew her origin for that set. So I was really disappointed because I really liked the older comics a little bit. I liked her origin. I thought she made her unique, someone different, because she's just made from clay or from the sand or whatever, and all the goddesses and Hermes, like breather, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember now. But she is not born of normal circumstances. She is not created out of normal circumstances. Where, if you've seen Wonder Woman, the first one, she is, without going into a whole lot of details, who she is just, she is told one thing and she finds out another at the end. And I was like, I knew they were going to go there. I knew that, one, they gave her a sword. She doesn't have a sword in some of the other comics. She just has the lasso and that's it. No sword or shield. And so I kind of knew they were going to go New 52 route. And I also wasn't digging the love story angle when the trailers came out. But I absolutely loved it. And then go, blah! And also, trying not to give spoilers, because I'm sure there's somebody who's been living under a rock during those years and have not seen Wonder Woman. And I don't want to spoil it for them, because it's an amazing movie, and you should see it. By the way, Jambit, this all started with asking if anyone had seen the Spider-Man trailer. Because I was trying to find something nerdy to talk about, because otherwise I'm just micromanaging my colony here, making sure they don't die. Which, so far, so good. Knock on wood. There's some real wood. Oh, caravan. Yay, we can sell more stuff. Nobody has seen nothing. Yeah, well, I haven't seen 1984. I have not seen that one yet. I want to. My mom saw it and thought it was good. The cool thing about having this wall is that they have to go through that to get to me. And that's literally... I wonder how... That's literally how they get to me. There's... Yay, it's raining. Tattered apparel. Well, you can fix that yourself. There's good clothes there for you. I know, I was originally just talking about the trailer. Yep. Yep. The Raider funnels? I have no idea. We got that. I mean, that's all I got. So... if you count that on a sleeping... I don't know what I should do with it, because if I put them in a box, then they're going to... I won't be able to get out. Wait, are you actual wildlife? Or, ooh, I can buy you. I will buy you. You are mine. Yeah, because you're not on that list. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. Let's find the question mark. No. Trade. Wake up and trade. No, purchase is not acquired yet, but purchase will be acquired. I haven't bought it yet. I need to talk to them, and then I will probably buy it. Yay, yeah. I want that. Hold on. Let's wait for a second. Let's see what else I got. Panther meat? That's a lot of panther meat. I want to sell anything that I shouldn't, like, actually... neither protects nor insulates particularly well. So we want to... oh. I don't want that. I thought it... bird skin... it's not very good. We're gonna get rid of anything I don't actually need. Good for hot days and deserts. Also protects very well from fire. Okay, we'll hold on to that. There's just a... yeah. Dog leather. Yeah. Light leather. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. Human leather, we don't want that. They don't want to wear it. I don't want them to wear it. It's not good. They can have it. Elven leather? I didn't even know I had elven. It's poor insulator. We'll just go ahead and get rid of that. It also takes up... it will say... ease up some of my space. It'll save me some space. That can go. That and that. That can go. Okay. I want you. And this is where I can sell some of my animals if I have too many. Which I kind of do. I don't want to sell my kibble. But you don't have any... no, you don't have any other animals except yaks. Are yaks any good? I have no idea. Stallions. That is a loved animal. It's bonded. I can't get rid of it. You're pregnant? No, you can be given or sold. Oh. Nope. What else? I'll take your meat if you take my dromedary. Cool. Except, and now we have a chicken. And what we want to do with that chicken is to pause for a second. Furniture? No. No. Miscellaneous? Egg box. So a box with soft material made to hold eggs. Egg-laying animals will lay eggs in egg boxes if they can. Your haulers will take all the eggs out only when the box is full to save time. The box also protects eggs from deteriorating outdoors, though it does not protect from temperature damage. Okay, we're going to place one here. One here. I don't really know what to expect. So, we'll just put up egg boxes for longevity. Yeah. I should make sure I don't need something else for the chickens. I think that's it. Not sure where the chicken's at. Oh, being led in by a lead. Nope. Oh, should probably go after that. I have nothing but bad luck. Where is it? Where did it go? I know not where it went. It probably went off the map. No, it didn't. Oh, there it is. What is Dylan doing? Oh, shoot. That's why. Dylan, go hunt that timber wolf. I was hoping. Just, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. Because wolves can, all the ones that are, like, nasty stuff are, allow? I need to figure out. Allow. Nope. I want that one. Okay. All the ones that are like, dude. Can someone take you to bed? No? Okay. Yes, we got the timber wolf. It is dead. So is the flommel. Housekeeper cat. Okay, Mason. What are you doing, Mason? After that, you're doing my thing. Did someone... What did I say? I don't remember now. Where's the dad jokes, by the way? Oh, crud. I forgot something. Oops. I forgot a thing. So I'm going to add it. Because I said on Facebook, and I want to, oh. I don't remember what I was talking about. Okay. But speaking of quotes, I like this. I like this one. I shall make it small. Small-ish. That shouldn't get too much in the way. I'll make sure it actually popped up. Okay. Yes, it did. I don't know if you can read that. Can you read that? If you can't, I can read it for you. I keep doing stuff. There we go. You can barely read that? I want to, start adding uplifting quotes. At the, have sitting there at the beginning of stream. I'm thinking I'm gonna try to redo my setup, kind of. So that things look a little neater, a little nicer, and I can put this off to the side, kind of do my Facebook setup, but I need to learn how to be fancy. But yes, this is the quote. I don't want to take up too much space. I mean, but it's a, I wanted to try to throw in some uplifting quotes. Intro screen or live screen? Live screen. What do you mean by live screen? Who is starving? Jish, what are you doing? Why are we starving? I mean, there's not really that great of food for you, but... Of course you had disturbed sleep. Schedule. I don't know why you're being so weird. Maybe we give you a little extra. What is wrong with you? Bio. Masochist and cannibal. Fun. Incapable of caring. I like that. But yeah, I just noticed for myself as far as the quote goes. There's a lot of negativity in the world. And most of it we have no control over. And just wanting to add some positivity to what we do. Cool. Nothing wrong with more silver. Where am I at with that? Just over 4,500. Cool. That's kind of cool. That's grown. This allows them to freely eat. Ooh, we have an egg. Storage. This is where I don't want any fertilized eggs. That's just weird. That's a lot of bread. That's not bread. Those are potatoes. That's a lot of wood. I just noticed they actually did the thing I asked them to do. But no, those are potatoes. Or rice. Oh, it says rice. Rice. Oh, right. I'm not growing potatoes. Never mind. Ignore potatoes. I'm not even growing potatoes. I was just like staring at things because I want the eggs to be put in here. Aw, my poor housekeeper cat. It died. It was killed. It was mutilated. No, I don't want them frozen. Sure. I have no idea. We'll do that. Because it's a different temperature. 26. Yeah. It's a different temperature, I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yes. Okay. Let's see what else we can grow. The only reason why I haven't really added too much is because this is kind of the space near everything. So we can't do any growing here. Yay. This takes up space. I had that there. I don't know why. It was probably for the animals. But no dad jokes for me tonight? That's okay. It's not a big deal. Mostly just giving you a hard time. That's funny. Oh, look at that. We have 2 eggs. I think what I'm going to do is shrink this zone to there. And then I want another grow zone. I want, to grow something else. No! I said shrink. Ah, no. Cool. Okay, let's look at what we've got here. Corn. Oh. I have no idea. Flomal plant. Berries are full of delicious liquid. It tastes isn't always the same. Huh. Okay. Potato, rice, strawberry. Heel root wouldn't be a bad idea. What happens when a snowman gets angry? He has a meltdown. That's funny. Heel root wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's go ahead and do potatoes since I talked about potatoes. And then we'll do another grow zone over here. And we want that to be a heel root. I think I have people who can grow it. Orders. Harvest whatever. Oh, wait a minute. No, I want to cut plants, and this will cut everything until I say harvest. Harvest what you can. That's funny. That's a snowman. Just looking at this. Yeah. Well, we're back to them not having much. For me. Guns? Wait. What about guns? Yay for solar flare. What about guns? Can I make new guns? Not yet. That has more to... Oh. Right. I haven't messed with the update messed up a couple of mods. And so I can't actually see it right now. I don't think I have the research done for that though. There's a lot of boomalopes. Don't want to mess with them. Yay, we have a new person. What are you good at? Shooting. We need to give you a gun. Awesome. Why do watermelons have weddings? Because they can't elope. Which reminds me, I have a watermelon with my name on it. and ice cream. Not necessarily together. I'm hungry, if we can't tell. I'm tired and I'm hungry. It's been a day. It's been a good day, but it's been a day. We had 3 eggs. I don't know how much they can hold. Jump to location. That was really near my base, people. Oh, I didn't actually tell Buffalo what I want him doing. All the other things. Oh, no. Oh, is it raining yet? Wait, it's raining? Never mind. I love rain. Okay, cool. Yay! What happened to fall too? Oh, burn. Oh. That's sad. Yay for rain, though. Fire and pin or just heat wave. There was a fire, but no. No boomalopes. No. Release to the wild. Please don't. I don't want it. There must have been a fire or something nearby. I don't know what happened. It wasn't a heat wave. They actually got burned. Has been returned to the wild. Yay. I want weapons, apparel. Is it buildings? Yeah. Awesomeness. Reserved for prisoners. Okay. I was gonna move that milk. It's like, no, I don't want that milk there. It's gonna go bad. It might, but it's reserved for prisoners. Okay. You do you. I have 5 eggs. I have no idea when that will fill up. Apparently it's not full. What do you call a fancy fish? Fly fish? I don't know what. Sophisticated. That's funny too. They're all funny. Those are good jokes. My kind of jokes. There's this lady on TikTok, and I don't have TikTok, so don't expect a whole lot out of me as far as that goes. But there's this lady on TikTok. I think her name is Selena. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on a stream here fairly recently. So I remember you sharing the link to her. She's hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. She's me if I was actually a little bit more wittier and actually had some jokes that I could tell. Which I don't. She's amazing. And I laugh at her mostly. I don't laugh at her, but her laughing at herself before she even tells the joke is is most of the time more hilarious to me than the actual joke. I think her name is Selena. She's amazing. She was just telling the jokes to her husband, and now she's recruited her son into these videos, and they're amazing. The son's like, no, 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 I won't. No, leave me alone. No. It's just like, she's funny. Yeah, she's funny. Oh. That makes so much more sense. Yes, she is so funny. She makes my day. She reminds me of the lady, like a couple years ago with the Chewie, the Chewbacca mask. She reminds me of her. She brings joy to my life. I should say something someday to her. They bring joy to me. Some days are really tough days, and when you can find someone who can make you laugh, and one of those like really, really good laughs, keep them. Follow them. Do whatever it is. Download the video. I don't know. Visitors. Close. Who is idle? Bryn? Bryn is actually idle. Right, I don't have a whole lot of construction going on. We should probably change that. Well, let's go ahead and deconstruct this one side. That might give Bryn something to do. Ah! Oh, there's fire. No? Oh, there is fire. No! No! Someone! Anyone! Fix this for me! Bryn, stop eating! Bryn! Alright, well, fine. Someone do something! Why me? Bring the rain. Please. I should take care of... Which one's closest? That one. Ah! Fire bad. Yes, fire's bad. But do you want your farm on fire? Or your colony? Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Where's the rain when you need it? Yes, this is gonna cause other issues. I'm aware. We will delete them as the fire gets extinguished, but until then, I need the fire taken care of because that's ruining my walls, isn't it? It's gonna do something, alright. They fixed the wall? And why haven't you... Well, they're busy. Pretty sure we're losing our... Rain. Yes. I know. That's actually a problem. That's a bigger problem than it was before. Same here. Oh my gosh. I need rain. The fire is gonna destroy me. Of course, the stinking Muflos have a baby. No! No! Holy crap. Yes, the rain is gone. Tell me something I don't know. No, you know what? Don't. Because I know you will. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna lose everything! I am losing. No. I need the rain. Can I just make it rain? Yes, everyone is starting to roam away because I don't care. Oh, I didn't actually give him a room. Buffalo, just don't get hurt by the fire. Can someone take care of the fire over here? I need the rain. I can't watch. Oh, shoot. Jish, I'm joining you in this temper. I am totally joining you in this temper tantrum. They're destroying my wall. My wall and my thingy bobber that's super expensive to make. So much and the rain. Is that rain? I hear rain. Rain. Oh my goodness. Thank the whomever. The storyteller. Who needs treatment? Who needs treatment? Buffalo needs treatment. Oh, because Buffalo, what are you doing? Let someone else do that. It needs to be taken care of. Just say you can't take care of it. I have a very long list of things. Okay. We will take stock of our issues. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dylan. Susanna. Miko, who's one of my doctors, by the way. Because we have massive amount of issues. And I'm losing animals. Anna, what are you doing? What? Yeah, this was horrible. This was absolutely horrible. Horrifyingly horrible. There's just no way to keep up with it. So, what? Okay. So, my doctor has collapsed. Everyone is collapsing. And the cats keep cleaning. At least it'll clean up the ash, so it won't look like crap. Just really destroyed. So I need to set to work where I fix this eventually. Because my wall is completely and totally broken. And now I need to fix my why? No. I think that's all okay. Okay. Not expecting them to do it right now. I'm hoping they don't expect that. Really expensive. Okay. No. It's probably just mostly heat exhaustion and regular exhaustion, and I've lost like most of my, well, not most of my animals. A good chunk of my animals are still here. The land is pretty destroyed. I'm sorry, guest. You know, go forage for yourself, Jack. Come on. Who can help? Oh. Power plant, walls, crops are the biggest toll. Crops are actually okay. The wall will be a problem. Them starving is because one of my cooks is, one or two of my cooks are, both cooks are out. I need someone cooking. Yay! I need someone cooking regular food. Wow, look at that. That's just burnt to a crisp. So is this, by the way. And I have no idea what needs to be. Well, we'll see. Okay. That's how much needs to be fixed. Nah. Oh, same here. Yes, let's have a party. Grump is throwing a party. Everyone, yeah. Okay, cool. Yes, throw that party. You guys survived. Ate raw food. Grump, no. Which one did you do that to? I think you were... Oh, yeah. You were a bad guy. Sexy. Well, I guess the rest of this is damage control and research. Yeah. I can't really control when they do the research, but, yeah. Cool. Did we get all our animals? I'm going to assume we did. We had a lot. I need to go through these and like, allow some of them probably to be slaughtered. Okay, we're getting close to the end of stream time. So I'll say we'll leave it on a high note. As high as this can be. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Overwrite that. And we'll quit to main menu. Okay, so like I said, I'm not streaming on Facebook tomorrow. Raid channel. This is a high note. I guess this is bright side. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. We got this Noff is playing RimWorld. Let's see if there's anyone else I want to check out. This is as high as it's gonna get, man. Everyone's alive. Nothing's too destroyed except the wall, which is annoying. And the power plant thing. That's also really annoying. That's actually more annoying. And I may or may not have lost animals, but who knows? So, yeah, we'll go ahead and, this Noff. Give me, oh. Do we want to do yeah, okay. Yeah, we could do that. We'll go ahead and raid generic. Start raid. So yeah, I'm not streaming on Facebook tomorrow when we see... Is that... I don't remember. And that's okay. That's okay. We're really small. So, yeah, I won't be streaming on Facebook tomorrow. So, I will see you guys Friday. Friday here, 9:30 will be Sims. We'll visit with Ethan and Sadie. So, see what they're up to. Anyways, you all have a great night, and I will see you Friday. See ya.